I just joined this Minecraft SMP a day late with one goal in mind. Get in at least one fight. You see, every Minecraft SMP I've been in up to this point, I have been the only real PvPer on the server. So, for my first real Minecraft SMP, I wanted to try to get in a good fight with someone who could actually fight me. But before I can do that, I need to get some gear or else I won't stand a chance on the server. So, let's get geared up. This is my teammate, Nick. My only teammate on the server, and he is a huge help to me. He helps me grind stuff, and overall is helpful to have around. Despite Nick's peaceful appearance, he actually has a goal to get every head on our server, since our server has a plugin that makes a player's head drop on death. So, it is my goal to help him in this endeavor. And after getting Nick geared up, it was time to start making a base for all the essentials I would need for a fight. So after setting up a base for the most part, there were only a few things we really needed more of, such as golden apples and pots. The problem is that most of the nether wart disappeared on the server, so we were going to need to find some. So what I realized as of editing this is I didn't actually record me finding the nether wart because it took so long that I just forgot to set up my recording to begin with, but nothing really actually happened. I just kind of ran around the nether for a really long time until I finally found nether wart. And that brings us to now. After gathering any materials I thought I might need in the case that I got into a fight, I decided to head to spawn to see if I could find anyone there. However, when I got to spawn, there was only one other person there, and since they were building, I decided not to attack them. After looking around spawn a little bit more, I decided to go mine for some more gold since I needed a few more golden apples and there wasn't really anything else to do at spawn. While I'm looting this bastion for netherite, I need to do my YouTuber duties real quick and tell you to subscribe! This is only the 4th video on my channel, so if you subscribe, it'll notify you when I post next. I'm trying to upload more frequently than I was since my upload schedule was non-existent. So look forward to more videos like this, and back to looting the nether. After gathering a bit more netherite from bastions in the nether, I decided to head back to spawn to see if there was anyone else there. When I got to spawn, there was a player named Gumball there, and he needed oak logs, except he didn't have an axe, so I decided to help him get the logs he needed. Since the server had a plugin that made it so that if you broke a block on a tree, the entire tree broke, it wasn't long before I had all the blocks that Gumball needed. After giving Gumball the logs he needed, I decided to head back to my base to actually make the netherite sword I had been getting netherite for, and then I went back to spawn. And nothing could have prepared me for what I found when I came back. So when I got back to spawn, I found that the player from earlier, Freg, had started a cult at spawn, and so naturally my first instinct was to figure out how to join it. So after joining a literal cult, I decided to head back to the nether to finish getting all the netherite I needed. And after that, I logged off since at this point I had been on the server for a while. When I got on the server the next day, I could immediately tell something was off. There were more people online than I had ever seen before on the server, and when I looked around, I found that there were a bunch of Gumball's head placed down, which means someone killed him a bunch. A little while later, I saw someone's death message in chat, and since I was still looking for a fight, I decided to try to come help them out. As I approached the coordinates of the player who had died, I kept seeing more death messages from them. It's one thing to kill a player once, but killing them more times after you've already taken all their stuff is another thing entirely. As I patrolled the area looking for the person I had come to kill, I kept seeing these weird messages, saying things like a person had infinite resistance 4, making them basically invincible. The biggest problem with this is that there is no normal way to obtain Resistance 4 in survival Minecraft, meaning either the person was lying or someone was admin abusing. I kept trying to find the person I was here to kill, but I simply couldn't. No matter how hard I tried, every time I got given a hint, I couldn't find them when I got there. After about an hour or two of searching the area for the person I was trying to kill, I had still found no one, and at this point, I decided to give up the hunt. I went back to spawn, annoyed that I had still not found the fight that I was searching for, and after reaching spawn, I decided to log off. After a little bit, I decided to log back on the server. Except when I got there, I did not expect what I found. When I logged back on, I found that a player named Logic had blown a ring around spawn, using a contraption known as an orbital strike cannon. In case you don't know what an orbital strike cannon is, basically, it's a nuke in Minecraft, and it is incredibly destructive. This player Logic, the server owner, was threatening to destroy all of spawn with his orbital strike cannon, so I had to put a stop to it. just fire off the strike cannon like that without me actually attacking him made me realize that he wasn't going to stop doing this unless I put a stop to it. However, when I went to attack him, he immediately ran and started hurling away, and he quickly escaped. Shortly after this encounter, another player on the server found out that it was all a command, not an actual cannon, which means everybody was able to fire the stab strike shots at will. Shortly after discovering this, the plugin was removed from the server, and peace was restored for the moment. I decided to head back to spawn to see the aftermath. After the whole orbital cannon incident, Logic decided that he owed Spawn a repair, and since he was apologizing, I decided that I wouldn't kill him. After all this time, I'd still not had the fight that I was looking for. And so, when I saw another player kill Logic, I jumped at the opportunity. Logic kept telling me to give him all of my stuff so that he could finish the fight for me. However, even though I was losing this fight, I decided not to. if I was going to die, I was going to at least do it with honor. That was it. I lost. After all that time waiting for a fight, I got sick of waiting and jumped into a fight that I wasn't entirely sure I could win. Hey, after all that, I did get the fight I was looking for, and even though I died and lost everything, the server ended after, like, another day, since it was completely destroyed after the whole orbital cannon and admin abusing incident. So, I guess I win in the end.